like some of the tragedies coming up out of there. How did those affect you? And the main one I want to speak about is the Marvin Gaye situation, about how that ended and how did that touch you guys?
Wow. I know Marvin Gaye. I actually had the pleasure of meeting Marvin Gaye
at Maverick Flats.
And he actually took me to the studio and wanted me to sing with him on a song. And he tried me out in the studio. I was in there, but I don't know. I was so nervous. I know I didn't sing up to par like he probably wanted me to. Because obviously you didn't hear that duet me and Marvin did. What's up with that? Huh? I'm just kidding. It didn't work out, unfortunately. But he was a cool guy, and I met his family and different things. We were just friends, nothing more, nothing romantically linked, but from a musical aspect. And I was a good friend with a friend of his named Richard Griffin. But I wasn't with. I think we had left Motown when he died. We weren't with Motown at the time, but I'll never forget where I was when he died. Like most people, when things happen, I actually was doing a model shoot with a guy named Andy Pearlman here in Los Angeles, and I was on my way. I was in the car. I was getting ready to go for a photo shoot, and I heard the news. And like probably everybody else, I could not believe it. It was so sad and just didn't seem real. And I had been over there. I met his dad, knew his sister, and everything right over where I say over there, which I'm pointing over off of Adams and in the area there where he lived. And it was just so tragic, unbelievable things you just can't imagine. And ask yourself why. But I know why. His dad got a little fed up with Marvin, and a sad thing to hear. But and I don't want to really expound upon it. Why it probably happened with his father and stuff. And sometime, and I do have to say this though, about elder abuse. And that's something really that was happening with Marvin and his father. People may or may not know. And how he kind of treated his dad because, for the most part, something like that wouldn't have happened. But their personalities clash and a lot of that, and, domestic and inner home relationships with families, as you know, when we live with people and people rely on you and everything, and tensions run high and different things of that nature, it just sometimes escalates way out of control. So we all just got to learn to live and love each other, man. And just, sometimes people say some dumb shit you just really got to ignore. We all hear it. It's like, sometimes my husband and I, we get in spats and we talk things, and we used to go at it, but I'm too old for that now. I don't need not one other wrinkle on my face worrying about some dumb shit. Okay?
Man, yeah. So that was my call, but thank you, man. Because I was always wondering. I had a I'm big into music, and I always like to get in depth about it. And I had a documentary on Marvin Gaye, and it was like a few months while he was over somewhere in Amsterdam or Europe, where they had him doing the that last album, and he was working on this, kind of getting himself back in shape at they find him off of drugs and all that. And he, in this one scene, he's like, punching, like working on a punching bag, on a heavy bag and stuff, and working on boxing. And he makes a comment about when he get back home or something, he's going to use this on his father. And I was like, damn, like that.
What did he say? What did you say he said? That his dad?
He was working on boxing, like trying to stay in shape. He was training, like learning boxing and stuff. And he spoke about using this, like to the interviewers, as he's punching on a heavy bag, about he's going to use this on his father. And I was like, wow, that's way out. So I always wondered, like, maybe, and you brought up the elder abuse, like maybe it was a situation where he led into that. Like,
it was elder abuse. They had this love-hate relationship. And he wasn't treating his dad probably as well as he could have. But like I said, you never know stuff until you're really kind of there firsthand. So for me to try to even expound upon it, right now, but it's unfortunate that people have to go through those lengths of degrees, man. When you get, sometimes, especially nowadays with this virus going on, people and families are so closely entwined and caught up, staying together in the house. There's more domestic and child abuse and violence now in the homes that there ever have been. You know, alcoholism is on the rise. So it's just a real terrible snowball effect that we're living in right now, with people doing things that normally you wouldn't do, because you get a chance to get out. Kids would go to school. Even when children go to school, the teachers could see marks on the kids. They know how the kids react. They know what they look like. And the kids would feel more freely to talk about anything going on at home and being abused. But they can't even do that right now. And it's sad, man. This whole society, we got a lot of work to do. So we're going to pray and claim 2021 it has to turn around. You know?
It shall.
Yes, indeed, man. Thanks for the call, man, and blessing the screen with your beauty. We ain't just got to see Fred up here. Fred, you ought to turn the screen off and let us look and all just playing. But that's all I got. Thank you, guys.
Miss Parker.